Man, I mean, second place is so huge with the new system. You would basically guarantee yourself going to Rotterdam and playing in a live audience, in a live stadium, which is, for me, like something that I haven't been the last 2 years. So, I mean, being able to being so close to that is just, I'm fighting my ass off to get there.
Here's like the puppet for the Shotcaller, and I'm joined by Kold after a very, very good win, I'd say. How are you feeling?
Very good. I'm happy we played a solid game as usual, kinda. We prepared a lot for this game because it meant a lot to us to not only show a good performance but also get the wins. We are in a tight fight for the top spots. So every win really matters a lot for us this weekend. So we just played our game, and I think they were not really ready for it. So.
Yeah, it feels like that you just run it down like from the books, right? And of course, like you're still tied for second place with Spice. Mm-hmm. So as far as I looked it up, you're both depending on results tomorrow. Either if you both win or lose, or any one of you win or lose, then you gotta get to the tiebreakers. Why is it for you and Origen important that you get second place tomorrow? Like, is there someone you don't want to face in the playoffs?
Man, I mean, second place is so huge with the new system. You would basically guarantee yourself going to Rotterdam and playing in a live audience, in a live stadium, which is, for me, like something that I haven't been the last 2 years. So, I mean, being able to being so close to that is just, I'm fighting my ass off to get there, because those are the events or games where you really feel like all the effort you put in every day matters. And that's why it's so hard to describe it, because as a player, when you walk on a stage and the crowd is cheering for you, it's just a very unique feeling that it's hard to get elsewhere. So getting second spot and going to that will mean everything to me.
Yeah, is there like someone you don't want to face, particularly going to the playoffs?
I mean, there are teams that look better than others, obviously. I think just off my head, teams like G2, Fnatic look like teams that can challenge us in best of fives. I'm not like particularly afraid of them, but I think they will be the teams that can beat us in best of series. The other teams, I think, are not as good as us right now. Maybe with some prep into playoffs, there's 2 weeks break in between where teams can catch up on things. They can improve and get to that point. But right now, G2, Fnatic are the teams that I'm looking out for.
I remember like in the beginning of the split, the community was having a lot of questions about how good you would fit in Origen. Mm-hmm. And like I remember also that you spoke in interviews that despite you not being able to play on you was on the desk last year, obviously, that you were very excited and very hyped, like to do your best to be on stage again, right?
Yeah.
How did you handle like this criticism from the start, and like now today, now that Origen's working as an oil machine, basically?
I mean, so over the years, when you're in this, basically living the life we're doing as professional gamers, League of Legends players, it's completely impossible to not have hate at some point. Like you will reach hate at some points and it might not be for whatever reason. They might have, it's just their opinion. So how I deal with it is just what I care about is the teammates I have at whatever time I'm playing, and the people near me, how they're feeling about me, because them I can talk to, and them I'm real with. The rest are just some guy out there in the world that wants to spread some hate, and I don't really take it too hard. I've grown to just see past it. In the past, I was critical of myself, and those comments could influence it. But nowadays, all I care about is what my teammates thinks, and as long as I have a good relation with my teammates and the people closest to me, family, friends, that's what matters.
So how is it inside Origen right now? Because in the beginning, like you struggle a little bit as a team, but pretty early on you catched up and be able like to be a strong unit as a team. And like watching this game right now was very confident. Like it seemed very confident that you know what you're doing, that you know what you're gonna play, and that you're well prepared. So how does it feel like in the team right now?
It feels super great. I'm very fortunate to be with teammates that have not only experience but are also willing to criticize and help us find solutions for some of the issues we run into. So I'm just super grateful, not only with the teammates, with the staff, the organization. We are provided with every tool that we need in terms of succeeding and performing, because so for example, right now there's this talk about, for example, G2, where Miki is not playing because of wrist issues. It's very common that players that have played for several years run into wrist issues, but myself included, I have also had wrist issues. But for example, with Origen, we have professionals that take care of us weekly. If I have a problem, I can reach to our performance team. So our model is just so well done that any issue I run into on a daily, it can be physical, it can be mental, it can be if I have a broken bike, whatever issue I have, it will be fixed immediately, because that's how much they care about us being able to perform and remove those stuff that will maybe decrease your performance. So I'm just in the right environment for me to succeed, and I think that's why me and my teammates are playing well together, because we are set up for success.
So what exactly changed there? Because like if you say like they're providing you with anything, are you getting more practice time? Are you having a more balanced training section, or what is like the secret formula basically that you created for yourselves?
Yeah, I mean I get asked that a lot, but for example, we were actually in the start when we were underperforming, we were over practicing, because we have a different schedule than some of the other teams, because we are flying back and forth from Denmark to Berlin. So we were kind of getting burned out or getting like a lot of stress in. So for example, now we have more free time on the Mondays. So it just feels better. We are kind of just going with we are kind of just evolving over time, because we are not only us players, but also the coaching staff are willing to change up things if they don't feel right. So it just goes back and forth, and we are able to change things fast if we don't think they're working for like schedule-based stuff and stuff like this. But yeah, I mean, right now the reason why we're performing better now compared to the start was that we figured more things out, what works for us, and that kind of shows now.
So basically you found your rhythm.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's easy to find the rhythm when you have a lot of people around you that see you and see how you act in certain scenarios. It's just like it shows that we have so many smart people around us, not only in the team but also in the organization, that looks out for what is the best for us.
So actually, I'm kind of excited to see what you guys bring then to the playoffs. Of course. Looking at the playoffs right now and looking at the standings, you're safe, and you know a little bit about the teams that are coming in. Yourself, like for you, what's like the team, the player you definitely want to face in Rotterdam?
Oh, the player I want to face. I mean, from right now, it's some of the old Splice guys. People like Kold, I would love to play. People like Wonder, and just the fact that we have been there together on those big stages on the same team, and now getting to play against each other would be super cool. But right now I'm enjoying my time so much on Origen that I just hope we get to that point to just get that experience together, because those are kind of the memories that you will always remember. And so I just, as I said in the start of the interview, we are just trying our best to reach there, but we take one game at a time, and I think that's how you should approach it.
For sure. But is there any jungler specifically that you're very hyped to play on the big stage?
Man, junglers. Not really, actually. The game is like, I know everyone was like, wants to be like, oh, who's the best jungler? Oh, top three junglers, top 5 junglers. I care about winning, and that's what matters to me. So if I'm the worst jungler and I'm winning, I don't really care. I'm just here to win, and whoever jungler I'm facing doesn't matter. I'm the kind of guy to look a lot on how the opponents play and learn from them, but also take into account some of the things they do so I can counteract them. But whoever I play, it will be fun. I think all the junglers on the top teams in Europe are good in their own way. It's just about who's gonna show up on the day.
All right, so I think you know the gist. You have to summarize your day, your match in a hashtag.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Ooh, what is it? I mean, it's what is the hashtag? I mean, right now, since we just beat Schalke, the next hashtag is to hashtag fighting against Excel tomorrow, because that's all I can care about right now is securing whatever place we can get with a win tomorrow, because it's not in our hands what the other teams do, but it's in our hands how we do. So that's what I'm gonna focus on.
All right, any shoutouts to fans, sponsors, teammates?
Yeah, I mean, usually you do a lot of shout out to fans. Obviously, I love all the fans that reach out to us and all the support we get, even though it's sometimes negative, sometimes positive, doesn't matter. It shows that people care about us, and I like that. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Origen and Refresh for bringing so much to us so we can perform. And it has really opened my eyes for how much you can reach by having good structure. So props to them to setting us up for success.
All right, so thank you very much, Kold, for the interview, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And if you're needing more interviews and more content on LEC, hit the subscribe button and share us in the comments who you think Kold is facing in Rotterdam then, because
let's get there first.
I am pretty convinced that I'm gonna see you there. And so share us in the comments and see you next time.
Hey everyone, unfortunately we still don't have a sponsor, so we do really rely on you guys supporting us on Patreon. So we'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnovic, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your support, and of course all the names of the people you see scrolling past you right now. It is genuinely truth when I say that without you this wouldn't be possible right now, so we really do appreciate it. Thank you.